I like beer. Beer's great. I drink a lot of beer because it's great. In my many days of slamming beers, I've come to think, how much do I actually drink? Like, not I guess how much do I drink. I want to know how much I actually drink. And then it hit me. A Spotify Wrapped, but for drinking. So I counted every single drink I had for the entirety of 2025. The whole calendar year. 12 months, one man, one goal. So why exactly did I do this? Just felt like it, to be honest. So before we get started and get down into the nitty-gritty statistics, there's a couple questions I want these statistics to answer. Number one we're all here for, how many pints did I drink in a year? Question number two, how many beers did I have in a year? Completely different thing. Pints is the unit of measurement. Beers is the number total. I'm talking pints, cans, and bottles. Very different. 3. What's my most drank beer? Now, that's very different from what my favourite beer is. Because my favourite beers are probably Heverlee and Guinness. I really just don't want Carling to be in there, to be honest, because Carling's available everywhere here. I have a feeling it's going to be on there somewhere. Number 4. On average, how many beers do I have per night out? Now, this isn't the same as how many beers I have every day. This is how many nights I went out in the year versus how many beers I drank. I'm going to find out what my expected beers is. Sort of like my XG, but for beers, I want it to be my XB. Okay, number 5, the one I really don't want to know, is how much average I've spent on pints over the year. I don't know the exact price of every single beer I drank. I'm just taking a UK national average. I'm just going to times it by how many beers I had. And hopefully that'll give me sort of a rough estimate as to what I've had over the course of the year. Also, I shaved a mustache before I watched Marty Supreme. Love Marty Supreme. But the mustache was not because of that film. Has maybe want to keep it, but it is not because of that film. Obviously, I will be posting the full list in a Google Doc, which I will link in the description of this video. This is just more so people know exactly what I've drank, where I've got these stats from. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Okay, so in 2025, the number of pints that I had was 428 pints. 428 pints. My God. I don't really know what to think of that number. I don't really know what the average pint is, but I think that might be above. Before you say anything, before you think that's a lot, you got to take into account there's a lot of birthdays throughout the year, a lot of bank holidays, a lot of general holidays. Like, to be honest, Christmas was probably the one that done the most damage. I feel like December is sort of when, I hit a really good purple patch of form. It was in the home stretch, and I thought, you know what, I'm at a Premiership level right now. I'm going to drop down to like League 2, and I'm just going to start smashing in goals, smashing in pints. Everyone's numbers are bound to go up during Christmas time. It's just kind of what happens. Everyone likes to go out, just for casual drinks. I'm more competitive. I'm more, competitive drinking, like ranked top 1%. I'm fucking going for it. So we've talked about the pints. Now we need to talk about the beers. Very different. Beers is just pretty much pints, cans, bottles, anything like this is total beer throughout the year. And that number is 524 beers. I didn't think it'd get worse, but it has. If you want another unit of measurement, I put it into a form of kegs, and it's worked out as 4.9 kegs over the course of the year. If I knew I was that close, I probably would have had one or two more to make an even 5 kegs. We all have our vices. We all have our poison. Some people smoke. Some people like have a sweet tooth. Some people have a pastry. A little sweet treat. A beer is my sweet treat, okay? Let me enjoy my sweet treat. So my top 5 drank beers of the year are looking pretty solid, not gonna lie. I thought they could be way worse than what it was. There was no Carling, no John Smith's, no Heineken, no Stella, none of that nonsense. Coming in at number 5 was Asahi with 18 beers over the course of the year. And then coming in at number 4 is actually Red Stripe with 19 beers, very close at the bottom of the table there. Comfortably middle of the pack, number 3, bronze medal, going to Heverlee, 21 beers. Not so bad. Considering I can't get it in England, I only actually drink it when I go home. Number 2, maybe a bit controversial, maybe not. It's Madri with 32 pints. It's fine. It's fine. We all like a Madri. This is before all the PR stuff came out, where Madri was essentially just Spanish Carling. But I didn't know that at the time, and it's probably why it's only in second. Which leads me to number 1, top spot. You know it, you love it. Gotta be a Guinness. 48 beers. Probably all pints, to be honest. I'm not drinking a bottle of beer, bottle of Guinness. 48 pints of Guinness. So how many I had over the course of the year. Not a surprise in the slightest. So there are 107 dates listed on my Drinking Wrapped. So when you divide 524 beers by 107, you get 4.9. That is my expected goals / expected beers on a night out. So pretty much on an average night out, I'm having 4.9 beers. I think that's pretty respectable, you know. Sometimes I'm going out for literally a pint or two. You know, I'll be watching the football, watching the boxing or something, out for a pint or two. Sometimes I'll go out and I go, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I don't want to feel good tomorrow. I'm going to instantly regret this. Still going to do it. So time for the only one that I haven't actually looked up yet because it's been scaring me that much is how much I spent over the course of the year. And this is also an average, so I don't know how much specifically I spent because I have a lot of prices. I'm just using a flat average of £5.50 per pint, using that against the 428 pints that I've had over the course of the year. Not doing full beers, not putting myself through that punishment. Pints solely. 428 times by 5.5. I don't know if I should share this or not. This is... wow. When you put any of your finances into a large scale like this, like say if you bought a coffee and it's a Greggs sausage roll every day, it'd probably be over like £600-700, and that's... I didn't even mean that joke. Fuck. I've said the numbers anyways. Even if I didn't work it out, you would just do it anyways. So it's around about £2,350 on pints alone this year. For £2,300, I could have bought a 2012 Ford Focus for that much. A Ford Focus. But I bought beers instead. Okay, so just to reiterate, this is an average. I'm trying to convince myself it's lower than this. Because, you know, you have a lot of things like parties and, you know, birthdays, people buying you drinks. You know, some people buy your pints. Some you win in competitions and stuff like that. So it's probably a lot lower than £2,350. But that's just the raw number I'm working with. Will I be drinking less in the next year? Absolutely, yes. But I definitely am going to be moderate in my intake. But I'm still going to enjoy a night out. I'm still going to go out and meet friends and meet people. Because that is what it's all about, you know. Am I going to do a Drinking Wrap for next year? No, I'm not doing this again. It was fun doing this. I thought it was really cool finding out how much I drank and what my favorite beers were. And actually going through the list, I look at some dates where I see like there's loads of drinks, and I'll be like, oh, that was a birthday, or oh, that was a day like I thought I lost my keys for an hour. Like it almost gives me memories of everything I've done in these dates. And I'm not saying anyone else should do this. I just did this off my own back. I wanted to know, a genuine question. I hope you enjoyed my list. Thank you for watching. Have a pint, I guess. I hope you guys like my Mr. Frog drawing. I don't know if you can see it in the middle of this, but hello. Oh, I'm Mr. Frog. Hello.